After a criminal biker gang kills the wife and child of Max Rokitansky, he savagely gets his revenge, but at the cost of his knee and his own sanity. Then, after the collapse of society, Max retreats into the lawless Australian outback, where he becomes the lone road warrior. The Mad Max films were created by George Miller and Byron Kennedy, and the legendary series of films started in 1979. The films follow Max showing up in the wrong place at the wrong time and being caught up in some dangerous situation which he usually wants nothing to do with. The first 3 films in the series star Mel Gibson as Max. However, in 2015, Max was recast as Tom Hardy for the film Mad Max Fury Road. The Mad Max films are arguably the originator of the post-apocalyptic aesthetic, which is still being used in games, TV shows, and other films to this very day. Max is often depicted as the reluctant hero, who doesn't want to be involved in the situation and just wants to help himself.
So, you gotta understand that this is home, and there's no Tomorrowland, and I ain't Captain Walker.
His mind is usually changed by making connections with the people who are in danger, or in some cases because he has no other choice than to get involved.
Why? Quite a big change of heart.
Believe me, I haven't got a choice.
Now, as is tradition in this series, I'm going to rank all the Mad Max films, from my least favourite to favourite. However, I'm not going to be including Furiosa in this list, because at the time of recording this video, I haven't seen it. Number 4. Mad Max 1979. In a not too distant future, the last vestiges of the law in Australia attempt to restrain a vicious biker gang. Max, an officer with the Main Force Patrol, launches a personal vendetta against the gang when his wife and son are hunted down and murdered, leaving him with nothing but the instinct of survival and retribution. This film isn't really anything like the other Mad Max films, in my opinion feeling more like a revenge cop thriller. Another reason this doesn't feel like any other Mad Max film is it's lacking that iconic Mad Max aesthetic which has become synonymous with the rest of the series. Number 3. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. When Max is robbed, he searches for his property and he happens upon Bartertown, a remote market town in the middle of the desolate wasteland run by its leader, Anti-Entity. But there, a lethal challenge awaits Max in the Thunderdome, the Colosseum-like arena. As Max finds himself once again stranded in the vast wilderness, he discovers the peaceful Lost Tribe, a community of maroon children who survive on their own, waiting for a hero. However, is the lone warrior indeed their saviour? This film is incredibly fun and entertaining. It was almost higher up on the list, however I didn't find the film very rewatchable. The film, unlike any other in the series, only has one chase sequence, and it's probably the worst in the series. It's lacking the compelling energy every other chase in the series has. The villain in Anti-Entity is brilliant and probably one of the best villains in the series. Number 2. Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior. After avenging the murder of his wife and son, Max drives the post-apocalyptic roads of the Australian outback, fending off attacks from feral nomadic tribes that prey on outsiders. Falling into a relatively peaceful encampment, Max at first schemes to steal their oil, but soon becomes the group's reluctant defender against the hulking Lord Humongous and his ruthless gang of marauders. The film is a fun, entertaining action romp with plenty of entertaining chases and crashes. However, the film isn't perfect, and in my opinion, Lord Humongous is the worst villain in the series, and is one of the few downsides to the film. The film changed the direction of the series, moving away from the original film and working as a prototype for films to come. And now for the number 1 spot, Mad Max Fury Road. Years after the collapse of civilization, the tyrannical Immortan Joe enslaves apocalypse survivors inside the desert fortress, the Citadel. When the warrior Furiosa leads the Immortans' 5 wives in a daring escape, she forges an alliance with Max Rokitansky, former captive. Fortified in the massive armoured truck, the War Rig, they try to outrun the ruthless warlord and his henchmen in a deadly chase through the wasteland. I know it's a bit of a generic answer to say that Fury Road is the best Mad Max film, but it's true. This film builds upon everything from the previous films. The chases are the best, the villain is the best, the characters are the best. Everything in the film is the best it could possibly be. I love watching the film and love every moment when watching it. So that's why I love these Mad Max films. I love that original view on the apocalypse, and I'm so excited to watch Furiosa and see what the series has to do in the future. I hope this video encourages you to go back and watch these old films. Thanks for watching.